Welcome to the newsroom. I'm Tim Coles, and I'm joined by Tracy Vreeke from the Door County Library. We're week 2 of Door County Reads, and this year's book, American Dervish. Can you talk about American Dervish for just a little bit? Kind of introduce our readers to the book once again.
American Dervish is written by a Pakistani-American author who grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And the book itself is the experience, kind of a coming-of-age story, the experience of 12-year-old Hayat Shah as he is growing up Muslim in America in a community in Milwaukee. So it talks about his experiences with his parents came over from Pakistan and are not real committed to their Muslim faith. And he grows up as a typical American kid. And then when he's 12, his mother's best friend comes over from Pakistan. She's leaving a disruptive marriage and comes to the United States and moves in with them and teaches him the poetry and some of the beauty of the Quran, and he starts to learn more about his Muslim heritage. So it's kind of goes through his struggles of growing up, his struggles of learning about religion and how he feels about that, and how he feels about growing up Muslim and how to fit that into his American traditions.
And you said that feedback to the book has been mostly positive, but there has been some mixed reaction to it. Can you kind of talk about that a little bit? What are some of the concerns that maybe people have?
Some of the mixed reaction is typical. We never pick a book that is loved 100%, by everyone. So some of that you expect. I think with this book in particular, there are some parts of the book that are a little hard to stomach and a little hard to understand. And some of that is that it is not. If you're not Muslim, it's not your culture and it's not your history and it's not your background. So some of that is sometimes a little bit harder to come to an understanding of. But overall, people have really loved the book, and even those who have said, I'm not so sure, or even those who have said, I don't really like it, have agreed that it's a great discussion book. There's a lot of points in it that really lend themselves well to book discussions.
And you're going to be kind of going into that a little bit this Friday at Crossroads at Big Creek. Your keynote address will be featuring Dr. Stephen R. Fink, who is an Islam expert at UW-Eau Claire. And the title of his presentation is Understanding Islam, Fact and Fallacy. Why was it important to bring in Dr. Fink for Door County Reads this year?
Well, we thought it was important to bring in Dr. Fink because, it pertains to some of what's talked about in the book, and also just when, as I mentioned in the past when we chose the book, it was before it was such a timely issue as it is right now. But especially with the timing of things, it is important we felt, to have him come in and to talk to us about what are our misconceptions of Islam and what really is Islam as a religion, and there's so much we don't know about it. So what can we learn about it, and what is true and what is not true, and what are some of the things you hear that don't have any basis in reality, and what are some things that do have a long history. So.
And that'll be good. Once again, a keynote address will be presented this Friday at 7 p.m. Crossroads at Big Creek by Dr. Stephen R. Fink, who will do his talk, Understanding Islam, Fact and Fallacy. He's an Islam expert from UW-Eau Claire. And that's not the only thing going on this week, Tracy. What else is going on for Door County Reads?
Right, we've got a couple more events going on, and I'll just add for the Friday keynote speaker, we also have an extra treat. Canara Urban Eatery is going to be doing some treats for us there, so come and enjoy those as well. But we also have Peninsula Players tonight. They are doing a play reading at Bjorklanden up in Bailey's Harbor. It is one of Ayad Akhtar's plays titled The Who and the What. It is a play that explores a conflict in a Muslim family when one of the daughters writes a promiscuous book. She's kind of struggling with the standpoint of women and their faith, and the father and a more conservative sister find the transcript of the book and kind of erupts in a family argument and discussion. So that play reading is tonight at Bjorklanden at 7 o'clock. Should be a great one. And then we also have a poetry workshop, and that is put on by Door County, right on Door County, and that is Thursday afternoon in Bailey's Harbor at 2 o'clock. And that will be a poetry workshop exploring the Sufi poetry of the Islam faith, so Rumi and some other Sufi poets.
All right, very good. And of course, if people still want to check out American Dervish, they can still go to Door County Libraries.
Yep, we don't have all the books that the friends give out for free are gone. We still have some coming back in, but we have a lot in the system. I have a large print version here, but we also have audiobooks, and there's plenty of opportunity to get the book. And ask your neighbors too. We've been asking people who have taken a book to read to pass it on when they've finished it. So.
All right. Well, until next week, Tracy, thank you so much for sharing what's going on in Door County Reads 2016.
Great. Thank you, Tim.
This is the radio stations of DoorCountyDailyNews.com.